Welcome back, guys, to Octopath Traveler 2. Well, last episode, after obtaining our Thief X skill for throwing A from the altar of the Prince of Thieves, we completed our remaining cross-path part 1s by first heading to Cropdale with Rochette and Casti, where they tried to meet Skewer and learned that hunting had been bad in the area lately, leading us into the Animal Trail, where we found the local creatures shook up by the appearance of a shadowy beast, before fighting, calming, and healing the local Dordor. We then joined Osvald and Particio in New Delsta, where an old acquaintance of our scholar had an idea needing help to get off the ground, as Particio used his skills to get Regulus what he needed to make a telescope. We now continue onwards.
Hey, we're both quick, fast, done and done sessions. That's for certain. Right, so we may as well go on with this party because they are now the lowest levels. We're going to, of course, have to change jobs at this point in time. So we'll keep Particio as an inventor. That's been working really well. I'm thinking of changing Casti now. Well, now we've got Scholar in the party. I'm thinking of putting her to a warrior, actually. She looks good in the garb, too. We'll keep you as a cleric, even though we've got a cleric, but, you know, you get the double up on the spells. And then what do we want to put you as? I mean, we could just put a scholar in and then just have, like, all the spells, you know what I mean? We'll be hitting all the weaknesses. It works. So we got a double cleric, one apothecary warrior, and one merchant inventor. Means we don't have too much weapons covered, but I mean, we have a fair bit of the weapons covered, is how I'd put it. We could have gone with thief as well. That is true. I know who'd look best as a thief. Actually, what do people look like with thieves? Yeah. So you get all purple dress. Okay. Yeah, we'll just double up on the stupid amount of power that we have in terms of like the healing side of things. So we've got enough healing. We've got lots of different spells. White magic. We don't have so much in the way of dark magic. White magic is not the correct way to put it, to be honest. And we'll have to give you a silver sword and a spear of sleep. Which is supposedly the best one we can have for you at this point in time. But we've got on us, but you've got the silver hatchet and you'll still be using your main skills, let's put it that way. I might then just, even though we're getting very close, just learn Vengeful Blade and Insight. It's not much JP spent, it's 130. We can just get the skill there. And we've already got the extra skills for you guys. That should work quite fine. We could get Bolster and Break now, but I think I necessarily need... We don't need two evasive measures, maneuvers which we've got on currently. That is true. I may as well put Bolster and Break on. Go for the big hits. Okay, so where to next? The next one in terms of level scale that I know of, because of course more things might have changed level scale now that we've got more chapter 3s on the route. We've got Frone's chapter 3 with Father Root is level 31. Casti's is still going. Apart from that, don't know what else we've done. 26, 35 and 31 over here. These are the ones in the future. They're like 24, 29. So Temenos is not far off. Here's Osvald's chapter 3. And here's our next destination. Okay. I can always coerce some information out of people. It's a bit harder than I'd like. Or mug some guards, which doesn't seem to go that well for us. Ooh, what's a slashing glaive when it's at home? I can bug this guy pretty well.
I'll take that.
Might be better than my current spear.
I like my arms.
I mean, it looks nice. I should say. You know what? Elemental Barrage might be better. Yeah, because it can hit multiple times, so it can hit the weakness multiple times.
Thinking time.
Darkness Strike's probably not your best bet there, sir. It's going to be light or darkness, so it's actually 100% it's light.
I call down the light. You're finished.
Oh, it wasn't.
I've seen worse methods.
I know how good a slashing glaive actually is.
A worthwhile endeavor.
Let's have a look-see. Spear of Sleep, slashing glaive is 68 attack. Twas a buff. Mugging you could get me a vivid jewel, but I could also get killed horribly. One or the other. Who are you, Mr. Officer, that I can't really coerce, but I've already got the stuff from you? I think we stretched to get that stuff, didn't we? Right then, let's begin a new story. Character's rook is already done. Finally, Osvald is free of Frigid Isle, and our chapter 3s begin. Taking revenge upon Harvey, the man who framed him for the murder of his own wife and child, is all he can think of as he makes his way back to Conning Creek, where his home once stood.
Conning Creek. All I had was right here. And in the blink of an eye, it was taken from me. Harvey. I shall have my revenge on you! Where is he hiding? I've no idea where he went after the fire. Perhaps there's some trace of him where my home once stood. And one other matter weighs heavily on my mind. Right then, to work.
This could be a significantly faster chapter on the basis of the fact that we've actually gone through most people's stuff already. So it's pretty much, you know, the town is pretty much being canvassed correctly, properly. Don't know how you want to put it. Yeah, we've already been to you, nice apothecary guild. Obviously, I still didn't have the goods yet, which is a bit of a shame. You won't be there at night, will you? Just wondering if I could mug someone. Diffusing serum if I manage to mug that person. They're a bit hardier, aren't they? The scars that I'm really interested in having a look at. We can scrutinize this guy for 56% chance. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize we were that reputation down. Oh, how much does that cost then? The final issue, restoring reputation? 4,500. Do I get some money back for that? Yeah, I'll be on my best behavior. Oh, man. Well, I get 5 more tries now. Didn't realize this was one of the places where we've actually spent a fair bit. Oh, put the... Okay, 2 50% fails, so...
Well, now.
There we go. A hidden item. A traveling merchant from the eastern continent. His next stop will be Timberain. Tired of high-pressure city life, he hopes to retire to a small house in the country bought with his earnings from his trip to the west. Considering it's such a high-level one, you'd expect it to be a better item. The gold pocket watch probably actually sells for quite a lot. Cost us 4,500 to get, though. I guess when you think about it, it did reset other stats too. So it's not terrible. Not unnecessarily all that ideal either. A graveyard, you say? No one else is there at this point in time. What's this go? Wait, what? There was a chest there the whole time? I totally did miss that. So this girl, what's she want again? Got the new Delves to create. Adventures of an Apprentice Cleric. So that's got to be somewhere churchy. To meet Roland the Floor Designer. I have no clue who that is, so I haven't really cracked on to try and find that yet. Get that done. Let me see Roland. There's a chest behind here too. Was that always here? Wait a second, I don't think it was.
5 years ago, it was reduced to ash. I ventured into the nearby forest to be alone with my thoughts. It was part of my daily routine. A bad habit. When I returned, everything was gone. I was seized by the town guards, and haven't been back since.
Welcome home, my dear. I see the conference was a rousing success.
Indeed. Forgive me for being away so long.
Welcome home, Papa!
Oh, Elena, my dear.
Aren't you tired? Let me take your things.
They're a bit heavy for you yet, but I appreciate the offer. Here, take this instead.
What a pretty pen! Thank you, Papa!
I searched all over, and I'm sorry to say I found nothing better to give you.
Come now. When else can you bury yourself in your studies if not at a conference?
Come, Elena. There is math to teach you.
Yay! Oh, you too. Papa, wait! Aren't you forgetting something?
Am I?
You didn't say I'm home yet.
I'm home. It's so quiet now. Time to search for clues. Harvey and I both sought the one true magic. He wanted my research, no doubt, which would lead him to my study.
Make for Osvald Laboratory. You know, there are a lot of unbelievable things in this game, but a child being excited to learn math tops them all. I don't know, I really loved maths as a kid. It's just easy. So therefore I just loved doing it and going ahead. I really liked math when I was growing up. I can find it believable.
As I suspected, my study is intact. And what's more, he's stolen every last one of my formulae. Were they ordinary spells, I would not miss them. The one true magic, however, requires vastly more complicated calculations. I built those equations myself, all but the last missing piece. Harvey, however, took a different approach. So why did he want my formulae?
You there! Who are you? Oh my. Oh my.
Lady Clarissa, my assistant. It's been quite some time. It is I, Osvald. Have you looked after the study during my prolonged absence?
Osvald? You? What a fanciful tale! Osvald is locked away on Frigid Isle.
No, I am here. I have escaped, as you can see.
What proof have you?
You think me an imposter?
You have his figure, but that is not enough. The research gathered here is a pile of riches to the people of this town. There are ruffians who would go so far as to impersonate Osvald if it meant stealing his work.
What peculiar reasoning.
One cannot arrive at the truth without considering every possibility. That is what the Osvald I know told me. Now. The real Osvald would know how to withstand my magic. And so the result of this duel shall determine whether you be true or not.
My dear assistant. You never were the type to let go of a pet theory. Very well. I have no choice but to help you test your hypothesis. And give you your answer.
I ask, you answer. Simple. Very well.
Not a boss battle, but she's got a big sprite. But maybe that's rude for me to say. Okay, we've got scholar skills where we could analyze a little bit more
Let's have a look.
on this lady's stuff, and it's obviously going to be weapons.
What to do? What
Okay,
to do.
lady, chill out. Chill out.
Poison slash.
Here, have some of this poison.
I need a plan.
I do need a plan. I do wonder if she even has a weakness
Don't mind if I do.
of spells, but she does. Never mind.
Take this!
Yes, let's go for the scholar skill elemental barrage then.
Indulge me for a moment.
Lightning is the one.
What to do? What to do?
Too bad I can't get an extra incidental hit here. I would just have to charge to go twice to get this to work. Or...
Very well.
I'll just let him hit me. He'll be fine. I can always cleric up. Pray for plenty, restore HP to single out, ignore them XP. No, we want the heal
Be
wounds.
here.
Cancelled. Oh, confusion!
Hold your horses.
I'm not confused. I'm gonna
need a
break you.
plan. Strike them down. They're broken.
What if she's like, where did these other four guys all of a sudden come from? This isn't what I signed up for. I don't like this.
I won't back down. Smite them.
Well, we don't have that much elemental power. That's for definite.
These hands.
I mean, we can't even go with a... Well, we can go with Piercing Thrust, actually. Guaranteed critical hit.
A valiant fight.
Well, I think that would probably still be worse than hitting with the poison. Hey!
Might.
You gave us a down stat. I don't like that. What you did?
Poison slash.
Where was I?
We definitely got them into the good side of things. Single ally. Analyzing is useless at this point. I don't actually know what to use.
Holy light. Illuminate the darkness.
It's kind of like we're just waiting for the next turn to come around.
Let's do it. Arrow
24 JPL for that. She's still totally fine.
Feel my wrath!
But what would have been better would have been mean to do the enhanced power into
Let
this.
me show you what I've learned. Strike them down.
Well, that's enough.
I've seen worse methods.
That's enough.
Magnificent!
Are you satisfied?
Such power! Yes, you could be none other! Welcome back, Osvald.
Thank you. I hope I haven't injured you.
If that were enough to exhaust me, I would have no choice but to forfeit my position as your assistant. I have always believed you were innocent, you know.
Oh? On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are who you are.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
I am delighted to see you still take things far too seriously. So, why have you returned?
To search for Harvey. I see he left no trace here.
Harvey.
You, Osvald, were the only scholar of magic present at the scene. That was the justification provided for the guilty verdict. Yet there Harvey was, standing before me while everything burned. And still they insist he was not there. So I must also suspect the guard unit that restrained me. I shall investigate their ties to Harvey. Your husband was a guard, yes? Might he know anything?
No, I'm afraid not, Osvald.
Then I shall ask the townsfolk.
What will you do once you've investigated this case?
Isn't the answer kind of become an actual murderer? We scholars feel an innate desire to seek out answers, and yet... I think this is one of the conditions where people feel the empathy enough to consider revenge a justified action, isn't it? The killing of a partner and children. So we're to gather information around town, are we? And allow me to help. Investigations are my speciality. And there's a trick to getting reliable testimony. Fascinating. What might that be? Don't ask too many questions. Aha. Frequent questioning interrupts your subject's thought process. To wit, if you ask for a profile of the suspect, you'll get information about their appearance, sure, but you'll make it that much harder for the subject to recall, say, the general scene of the crime. Information which may hold invaluable clues. Let them talk at length rather than lead them by the nose. Just like a sheep. The longer you let the wool grow, the more there is to shear. A fine piece of advice. I'll keep it in mind. So who am I asking? Pretty much everyone. Is this why we couldn't... Oh, now we scrutinize. 100%.
What's this?
A young man born and raised in Cotting Creek. His significantly older brother joined the guard, only to be suddenly and unreasonably discharged. His sibling protested, naturally, only to be threatened by the captain of the guard himself. He still lives in fear of that threat to this day. Some of the guards who had been serving for a long time were suddenly discharged. They were then regrettably replaced by ruffians from the eastern continent. People say it was all Captain Stenvar's doing. I can't stand him. He acts like he owns this whole town. Place your bets on where our dungeon is. By the way, when I say maths was easy, that's not like a brag thing. It's like English. Great for spelling, but not really that interested in sentence structure and all like the formatting and grammar, you know, exactly
Never was. Geography, miss me with that. Not interested in, like, places and stuff like that. But maths jived, you know? It was just that subject.
Well, now.
Brought to this town for marriage some years ago, her ability to extract worthwhile information from even the most everyday gossip has led to a profitable career selling what she knows to an information broker. No wonder I get lost so much, yeah, indeed. A man named Stenvar has been in charge of this town's guard for a few years now. No one has a kind word to say about him. I heard he has secret ties to some strange scholar. Supposedly, someone saw the two meeting before that incident 5 years ago. Not caring about the world of Flat World, believe it? Don't worry, I'm not that far gone.
What's this?
A man who vividly remembers the day 5 years ago when Flames claimed a wife and a child in Collin Creek. Something about the ensuing investigation never felt quite right, so he quietly wonders if there is more to the story. Have you seen the ruins on the east side of town? There used to be a house there, but it burnt down. The guards investigated the incident for only a few days before calling it quits. You think they'd need at least a couple of weeks to get to the bottom of something so horrible?
As I thought, the guards are my best lead. It was Stenvar, their captain, who ordered me investigated. It is my understanding he had a clandestine meeting with Harvey before the incident. He ought to still be at the guard's main outpost. I shall seek him out. Lady Clarissa.
You aim to have your revenge. Is that it? Do you remember my husband?
Ethan? How could I forget him? He referred you to me.
He passed away, not long after the incident. He washed up in the harbor. They claim he took his own life. He'd no reason to do such a thing, and the guards never investigated further. Before the incident, well, it felt like he knew something.
Then will you not investigate his death?
Nothing begets nothing. Those are your words. Revenge is nothing, Osvald. It is empty and hollow.
Even so, I must go. Stenvar, captain of the guard. I must go to the outpost at which he's been stationed.
There is a reckoning coming. Say, partner, how'd you come to know that couple? Long ago, a thief broke into my laboratory. It was none other than Ethan who apprehended the intruder. He caught a glimpse of my research and recommended his wife as an assistant. As it turns out, she had also been researching the seventh source. And so Clarissa became your assistant. Just while my assistant that I had no need of help. He wore me down over a month of visits, darkening my door of his head bowed. Why do you go that far, I wonder? To this day I know not, but he would tell me early and often. Clarissa had ceased her own research in order to support me, and that troubles me. Ah, I see what happened. Folks are at their best when they've got work that gives them purpose. And I reckon Ethan wanted to see his wife had the same. What a peculiar reason. I don't think I follow. Don't mind me, guards that are standing around. The door's open. I'm just going to walk on in. Great guards yet again. This makes me just want to go in my head. Every time. Well, I guess I can't examine this map. Hello?
Do be gentle.
I say, what guards exist in here?
Here I go.
And how much can I rob them? Right, it was mostly weapon weaknesses again.
Axe attack.
Axes are not it.
I'm just getting warmed
At
up.
least we know we have our merchant skills, or more than our inventor skills, to
Catapult. Go, go,
maybe
go.
wipe them out.
Oh dear.
To be honest, we should switch to night because you're in here. So they're weak to something.
Smite them. That's that.
Lightning is not it.
Thinking time.
But they're out for the count.
I call down the light. You're finished. I've gained valuable insight.
As Patricio reaches level 21. Nice. A guard's armor obtained. Don't know if or what, in terms of like overall defensives, that will give someone. To be honest, I feel like the stuff we've got is probably better. Our thievery has a way of pumping us up, doesn't it? Our endless grabbing of items. There will be more grabs. Honestly, we could be way more powerful than we currently are. Just by jumping into dungeons early. Oh, this looks like a trap. Totally not, but it really should have been. Guard's helm or guard's hat, which prevents silence. That's probably going to be somewhat important. I'll actually put that on you. I think that would work better. Now, where are we going? With all those dungeons we found that are higher level, just one chest from that might have a weapon in it that would be like, this is game breaking now. Okay, there's a room to get to from up there.
You are a poison that must be purged.
Alright, well, there's lantern spirits, the wind sentinel just bogging around the place, right? Okay, sure. I'll allow that. But when there's just ones that are like, I've just installed myself on a knight's head. It's a little bit worrying. For the most part, they generally are. I'll just go with this again. Because one's flying.
Go, go, go.
Oh, actually, he was.
What to do?
Big axe, immune to your stuff.
Axe attack. I know no cure for evil.
We are meeting some enemies that we've touched before. Oh, no, we haven't met before. We're just getting the one thing from that. So there must be a door to the right here. Wait, we're already there again? I mean, this chapter's shorter because we didn't have a whole town to canvas. Granted, but still. Money. I'm nearly into 6 digits and would have been without some bad choices. We're already there. What's going on here?